Hi, we're back, and again this is session number 7, part 2, and in part 2 we're calling it Jen's Reveal and Debrief with Jules. Okay, Jules, you went into spirit, so I want you to tell me what else you came up with.
I didn't get much.
Okay, okay.
But she was wearing she's wearing red pants again.
Okay.
I saw her, I don't know what these red pants are, but she's always wearing red pants or red, and I feel like she wore a lot of bright colors, and I feel like she even wore like flowers in her hair, not like real flowers, but that, you know, something with like little pins or something. Like I feel like she was big into that. She liked to decorate herself, you know.
Okay, so I don't want you to beat yourself up on any of these names I give you because it's all practice. The trouble is we're Virgos and we want to be perfect and correct the first time, but...
Oh no, what are you saying, Jen?
I'm not saying anything. However, yeah, so we beat ourselves up when we're not perfect, right? We don't bring the information, or somebody says, no, well, you know, no is a good, so you've got to remember no is good.
Okay.
Okay, to go back into the energy here. Okay, so you had flowers in her hair, and she's a woman. Okay, I'm going to just give the big reveal here. She is a woman. Okay. She is related to me, but she's not my aunt. Okay, so related is good, but not the aunt. So, you know, that's really good because she could have said that she was an acquaintance or a work colleague, you know, anything like that. So that's good.
What is she?
I'm going to keep on going
okay.
first, okay? Breathing heavily. She actually... Okay, did you tell me how she passed?
I didn't really get that. I just saw COPD.
Okay.
So I thought that it was of this.
Okay.
That
So,
eventually.
yeah, so I would say that Jules is right there. Yes, give me 5.
Right on. Thank you, Jessie. She was awesome to work with.
Okay, so I'll go into that. She actually passed of congestive heart failure, and congestive heart failure is where the lungs shut down and they fill up with fluid, right? And it goes into the heart. So, bingo. And I would imagine she probably was on oxygen in the hospital before she passed. So.
You know, I saw her. I saw her with the oxygen tank and those things. But I got to tell you something. Remember when I was saying she reminded me of my mom? My mom has congestive heart failure.
You know what? And she did this to me last time. You didn't give me all the information, right?
Because I heard COPD, but then I told you when we were making tea, I said, you know, she just reminded me of my mom.
Yes.
And I also, okay.
And now, that's a good lesson she reminded you of your mum. Go back into her energy. What is it that she reminded you? So you've got to kind of go back into that energy.
A lot of things that I said. Just the independence, living alone.
No, I mean specifically with death.
Oh, in the moment.
Yeah, go back. So we need to hone in on these little things to bring more information at, because the little things, actually, they just expand into a huge amount of information. So we have to learn to get the little pieces of information and work with those. So brilliant, okay? That's brilliant.
Awesome. Yay.
So if you get any information, you don't know what it is, go back. Or if it's associated with your mother, okay, well, what would my mother and her have in common? Then you ask Jessie. Okay?
Well, she did. I did, and the swollen legs. I didn't say that, but I know.
There
I wrote it down.
Okay.
I know.
She's holding back more evidence.
I know. It's just because I didn't think, like. Anyways, I think it was health wise. I kept seeing my mom a lot, so that is a good note for me to realize that. Because my mom has congestive heart failure, she's probably building the story.
Yes.
I just didn't make the connection.
Yeah, and the swollen legs. Jessie had straight legs. They were swollen.
I should have
See,
said it.
that would be a big piece of information if you were doing a reading with somebody. You know, they go, well, I don't know. Well, yeah, but my auntie had swollen legs. Like they were just pillars.
That's what they look like.
There
with
we go.
those red pants.
And then, so go into the swollen, you should have gone more into the swollen legs and described on paper what the swollen legs look like. Because if you said swollen legs with pillars, and you just told me now, and I just told you, you know, we've connected, right? Definitely connected.
Okay.
Okay, so
Thanks.
then, let's see. A heavy-set woman, she wasn't really a heavy-set woman. She would have probably, in her youth, she would have been stocky, quite stocky. And then, you know, as she got probably into her 50s, she was a little bit stockier. You know how they get a little flabby, and she had flabby arms. And so just that was her body. And then before she passed, she did lose a lot of weight. So it was very difficult for you to get, you know, what she looked like. It's because of the progression there that happened with her. Okay. Lived alone. Didn't live alone.
No, eh?
No. So, you know, we would have gone back into that information because that would have been a big no. So, okay, well, come on, Jessie, let's get some more information here. She read magazines. She did. She read magazines, and she had, you know, those Donald Duck comics.
Yeah, I saw magazines, so I don't know what it was.
And
but...
Archie comics. She had all those for the grandkids to read, and she had a pocket down the side of her rocking chair, and also beside it was a magazine rack where she had probably, you know, like stacks of comic books this high.
That's so
but
funny.
They were for the kids to come when they came and visited and to read. So, well, yeah, I would say...
I did see
yes,
that. I
did
saw
read
her
magazines.
sitting in the chair with all this stuff. Okay.
And she had the Woman's Weekly magazine too, so she did use a lot of...
Well, I was going to say books, but then I saw magazines, so I'm glad I wrote down magazines because...
Oh, you should have written down books too, because she would sit there and read books.
It's just, I got books, but I saw magazines.
Okay, if you get books, write it down. If you see magazines, write it down.
Okay.
Okay. Jules is still second guessing herself. You're still at that point where you don't know if it's really spirit or if you don't know if it's really you. But if you, it doesn't matter. Write it all down anyway.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Thanks.
Okay. You said comes across younger in her mind and has and there was dolls around. I don't know anything related to that. I can't think of anything related to that. However, you know, because I don't know, it's not necessarily that it didn't happen, right? Or she didn't have dolls, but she had a brilliant mind. She kept, she was the accountant bookkeeper for a big business.
Was she?
Yeah, as well as a
saw
homemaker.
That part of her.
No. Very, you would never have known it because she wouldn't flaunt herself. She was very quiet in that respect.
Oh, I did put that she kept to herself. Maybe I didn't write that down in this one. Oh yeah, keeps to herself.
Yeah. So the chairs with lots of pockets was the rocker. Physically wearing wigs. No, she never wore wigs.
What did her hair look like? What did she look like?
You have thick yellow and makeup, heavy blush. So what's happened here? Another spirit person's come through. And this would have been Carol coming back. Yeah.
I thought she looked like Carol when I saw the wig. I was wondering about that. So what happened? Was Carol coming through to help me with this, or was it that I somehow took a part of Carol?
Carol came back, and you just grabbed that energy from Carol, but you didn't know it was from Carol.
Oh.
Yeah.
So then I guess... I don't know what she looks like then still. What about the short painted nails?
No, that's all Carol.
Okay.
Physically wearing wigs, thick yellow hair, makeup, heavy blush, nails painted, red short nails. The kind of that depicts Carol, you know, how Carol was sometimes. Definitely was not her. She wasn't a makeup person. The only thing she would have worn was a little bit of lipstick.
Interesting, because
yeah.
I wasn't able to see her much. It was more like I was picking up on the type of person that she was, but I really didn't see her much.
Okay, so the energy that you got was Carol's, but that happens sometimes. However, when you get a little bit better and you can discern, you can just say, okay, you know what? I think I have two energies here. Can you please, like, one energy go that way and one energy go that way, and I'll take you first.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's down the road. That was, this is a really good exercise that Carol came through. Also, Carol's coming back because she's now helping you and teaching you. So this is what she would have passed on to you. And when before Carol passed away, I don't know if I said it in one of the other videos, she said that we're all energy. We're just energy. She was very mad that she was, she was dying. And she said, I'm only going to be energy when I pass away. So she knew she was energy. She believed in the spirit world, but she was pretty pragmatic and to say, well, I'm only energy. But now she knows she's more than energy over there, and she's come back to help. So, yeah, so Carol is on your side. That's
awesome.
Great. All right. No, you still had the opposite to lived alone. Later on it was opposite. She was married. She was married for probably her entire adult life. So that would have been, I don't know.
Really? I didn't pick up on that at all.
45 years until she passed. Yeah.
Did she have any kids?
She did. And you say may have had a son. Well, she has a son in spirit now. So that may be who you picked up on, was a son in spirit. So she lived in a black and white home.
Blue
Blue and white home. It was white. Okay. At one time, it may have had blue trim on it.
It was white with blue trim.
Okay.
That's what I saw.
Okay. That sounds familiar to me, but I can't quite remember back that far. Okay. Okay, you said you saw her a couple of times before the reading.
It was Carol I saw then, because I never actually really saw Jessie. Like, all this stuff was using a different Claire. I felt it all. And then I saw pictures, but even when I saw her on the couch or sitting on that chair with like all the pouches and magazines around her, I still never saw her face.
Yeah.
Like I didn't see her as clearly as I saw Timothy. Like Timothy, I really saw him.
Yeah.
And even Carol, I saw a bit more. But Jessie, I never really saw her. Just if I saw her on oxygen, I saw the oxygen tank and she was carrying it.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the red pants were, but she was always wearing red. But anyways, I always saw, like, that's what I saw. I never really saw what she looked like.
Yeah, so I don't know what the red pants are or what relationship they are.
Could it be that she wore bright colors and that's just what it's?
No.
I don't know what that is then.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. To me that's some other energy coming in, because I have a lot of dead people. And lots of people want to come in. So it may have been somebody else coming in. Red pants, bright colors. The pins and the flowers in the hair, Carol. Definitely Carol.
Oh, really?
All the time.
Carol, what are you doing?
she always had, her hair up.
Yeah.
And flowers in her hair. This is before she lost it and she had a wig. But then I can remember her having little silk flowers in her hair.
Interesting. So why would, how do I know this for next time? Why would Carol have come through?
Well, she's coming through to help you. And so next time, you're just going to say to her, Carol, I appreciate you being around me. I need you to step aside until I've got this energy of this information of this next person. Once I have it, then you can come in.
Got it.
And she probably will. So that's two things Jules has to do now, is ask Carol to step aside, because she will come in. She was helping you, right? Because you had a really flat week with energy. So she's coming to help you, and she knows you now. So she knows you and she knows your personality. They know all about us when they're in spirit. Yeah, so I would just say, okay, Carol, sit to the side. All right, what else do we have?
That's it.
I think that's it. That was really good. It was really good. How do you feel about it?
Oh, you didn't tell me what her relationship was to
Oh,
you.
sorry. She was my grandmother.
Really?
Yeah.
No way. I didn't get that.
Yeah, she's my grandmother, and she's actually one of my spirit guides. So, yeah, it's amazing.
Wow. Well, thank you, Jessie. That was great. Like,
Yeah.
because I did get, I mean, maybe it wasn't all right, but I did get some very important information
Got a lot
from
of
her.
it right.
And so,
yeah, you did get a lot of it right.
So yeah, that's amazing. That was really, yeah, they've all been great to work with. I really appreciate, the help.
Yeah, no. I'm going to give you another name that you can write down. And I have 2 of these names in spirit, but I'm thinking about this one particular name, and I see her here. She's come here now. Her name is Debbie. Okay, so I'm focused on the one Debbie. The other Debbie will come through, but I want you to focus on the Debbie that I gave you. Okay?
How do I know what Debbie that is?
You won't.
I'm just going to say that I'm going to call the Debbie forward that you want me to call, and that's how I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Call the Debbie forward that Jen names. And same with you out there, if you want to do that. Ask Debbie that I name, that I'm thinking of now, to come forward and give you information. All right. We'll do that. Well, I'm not going to do it. You'll do it.
And, we're trying to work out, like, our videos so that they make sense and they're not too long. So I think what we've decided is that with these activities, what we'll do is the first video will be me presenting my evidence, and then the second one will be Jen either debunking me or debriefing or doing like the reveal.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just if you watch them both, then you get to see both, which is great.
Yeah.
So.
Don't watch one without the other, in other words. Yeah, okay. Well, I think that's it tonight. And
so I'm working on Debbie. So like Jen mentioned, if there's anyone else who wants to give it a go, and then wait until next week, and we'll see how close she got. So
okay.
that's cool.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thanks
Have
so
a
much
great
for watching,
evening.
guys.
God bless.